Is welcome back, everybody. I want to thank you guys for stopping through. Been a couple of days or about a week or so since we put any content out. Got a lot of things going on. That's why I'm currently promoting, people to follow me all over my social medias, my Twitter, my Instagram. I've been keeping the people well informed of what's been going on over the last couple of days. But also on the Patreon, we took it upon ourselves to update the people, let the people know exactly what we were doing, what we were, basically just give them an update. And so yeah, now we're back. We're back in town, right? It was a great experience. We got a lot to talk about, but it's the second episode. I'm sorry, the second episode of Flipping the Script, series that we started. So salute to everybody. Thank you for the continued support. I know a lot of people were looking forward to this episode, for this series to start back up. And, I'm excited to get into it too. But before we start talking about, what's been going on and get into the episode, I want to say thank you for everybody stopping in. If you can, just click that like button. Let's just start getting them likes up as people, continue to come in. That'll be great. It helps us get the video out. Helps us get in the algorithm, even though we're currently and always being censored by this platform. It is what it is, but we still try to do what we can to break through. So every little bit helps, right? On that note, I do want to start this one out by saying again and reiterating, thank you to the people that continue to support me, even when I do take the time out to do independent projects or film some new content or just take a day or so away, just from the everyday grind of what we've been doing, going on, about 3 years now, and well over 3 years, away from my own platform. But, I do want to highlight the people that do continue to genuinely support me, promote me, send me positivity, great wishes, great compliments. And just tap in with me, ever so often, asking me normal, regular questions. How you doing? How's everything going? Just regular stuff. I definitely do, pay attention to people that do that, and it is appreciated, right? So definitely wanted to start the video out like that. But thank you and welcome back. We got the second episode of Flipping the Script series, and this one was definitely very, very unique, right? The first one, we brought a member of the community up, somebody who's been able to turn the tables on just the pitfalls and just the bad element of sports handicapping, right? He was able to flip it, turn the tables. He's got a great success story, positivity, productivity, progression, just a bunch going on. I'm very, very humbled to realize and to know that it was my initial conversation and my work that actually opened this gentleman's eyes up and pretty much just started his transition into doing what he does now. So that was a great first episode. We got a lot of positive feedback about that. And it was also very, very inspiring to new people that come across this work. So hold on, let me get some water real quick. Give me a second. Okay, cool. So now on the heels of that video, it's gonna be we're setting the bar really, really high. So on the heels of that video, what I decided to do was very, very unique, right? I've been looking all over, different types of ways to bring new content, exclusive content, great, fresh ideas to the platform, things that I've never really seen or come across before, especially in this community, right? So what I decided to do, and it was a plan. I had a plan, and the plan was what I wanted to do was I wanted to actually take the knowledge that I have, right? Take the disciplines, the strategies that I promote on a daily basis, and that I'm out here teaching to the people, to my community. I wanted to take that and actually implement it in real life scenarios, right? So I felt like it would be great content, and great experience for me, as LeBron would say, to take my talents to Atlantic City, right? So I decided to get in the car, get the bankroll together, jump in the car, and actually take it upon myself to, attack the land of Atlantic City, right? Use what I know with Gematria, and just really, really, document and record the outcomes, and just make an even better and greater presentation of how accurate this work can be when you apply it correctly, right? And that's something that I've never seen before. A real life, in person, just documentation of the sports handicapper using gematria to try and flip the script on the house, right? So that's what the whole experience was about. I had a plan to go out there, uh, and use what I know, what I've learned over the last years, and just apply it, right, and show people that the average person can do the exact same thing. Um, and that was the whole plan, right? So I've never seen it done before, so there wasn't a script or a guideline to exact to to actually do it, and it was kind of difficult because they put you in a position where you're not really allowed to record a lot of things. Once they see your phone up, they kind of they make you make them very, very uneasy, and stuff like that. So what I decided to do, obviously, we had to find our way around that, but um, I decided to, document certain things, keep track of what was actually going on, and just show people over the time of about 4 days, exactly what was going on. Give people updates and keep real live documentation of what was the scenarios and the results. So we're gonna get into it, right? But I feel like there's some general things that need to be spoken about, right? Now, obviously, I'm not on here promoting gambling at all. Um, to each his own. To me, it's really, really a hustle. It's a business mindset type of thing. I don't actually look at it as gambling, so I guess that's where the perspective is kind of different to the average person. So I'm not up here promoting gambling. What I do promote is investing in ideas, in the practice of what we teach every single day, which is gematria, and that is a great investment, right? So before we get into exactly what the whole trip and the outcomes was, because I know you guys are very, very interested about that. I want to start with some basic rules uh, that I feel like are very, very important. Whenever because I realize now that I'm out here and we've had this kind of experiment, as you may say, right? The Gematria Bankroll Challenge. I took it upon myself to create that. Um, but I feel like there are some general rules that a person should keep in mind if they ever decide to take it upon themselves and actually try this out, right? So the first one that we're going to speak about, right? And again, this is all free content that I'm giving out, right? So I don't have to be on here talking about this, but again, I do care about the general public. I do care about my community, and I even care about the people that follow me on YouTube, right? I want you guys to have an arsenal of information, of just tactics and a certain mindset, so you're not going in there kind of blind, deaf, or dumb, right? So the first one I want to speak about is actually just a bankroll management, right, or bankroll evaluation. So if you ever thought about doing something like this, be it as Vegas, Atlantic City, your local sports book, whatever the case may be, it's very, very important to have a plan, right? I went out there on a specific day of April 24th, because I knew April 24th was going to be the start of something something great. That was the first initial day that I wanted to attack, and I felt like it was a great day to start off. So I already went out there with a plan. I didn't just randomly say, you know what, I'm going to get in the car. I have a gut feeling I want to go to Atlantic City. No, that had nothing to do with what was going on. I evaluated and took and analyzed what was going on for that specific day. I decided that that was a great day for me to take the leap and actually put it upon myself to be one of the first people in the Gematria community to get out there, put the Gematria community on my back and prove that this work is 100% legit. Even though I do it every single day, but I wanted to take it to Atlantic City and really show the people, right? And I was out there. There was a bunch of stuff going on. So, but yeah, bankroll management, bankroll evaluation, very, very important. And you kind of want to get a general sense of how many bets you should be able to make, right? If you have an average betting size or unit size, you kind of want to have in the back of your mind how many bets you can actually place over the time period that you're going to be out there, right? So that's very, very important. And also time management is very, very important. So just like you have the bankroll management, your time management is very, very important as well. You should use all your time wisely because that's one of the most expensive commodities in the world. You cannot buy time, right? So it needs to be used very, very wisely. And I encourage people to do research, plan out your day in regards to, how you're going to attack and just stay very, very disciplined, right? So that's pretty much category one. We have the bankroll management, the time management, all booked into one. And that'll be like the first thing that you kind of want to do, before you, like as soon as you touch down, right? Another thing that you should keep in the back of your mind when you're in these types of places on this environment is you definitely want to disregard distractions. There's a bunch of things that are put in place to purposely distract you and take your mind off of the ball, right? I.e., you got the liquor, right? You got the men or the women, whichever it is you prefer, men or women or men. You have the table games, right? You got the blackjack, the roulette, the craps, all the casino games are there to distract you as well. Then you got the slots, which are, you got these bright lights and this machine and it makes noise and it shoots out money. So much fun. Actually, not really so much. Okay. And then on top of that, you got bars, right? So just like another aspect of liquor. But all these things are put there specifically for a reason, right? To take your mind off the ball, to make you lose focus on what your actual, your goal was for the reason that you're out there. So you definitely want to try as hard as you can to stay focused and just pay no attention to all these other things, right? And it's very much needed if you want to put yourself in a position to beat the house, because Vegas, just like Atlantic City, just like these big casino hubs or towns, whatever the case may be, they're profitable as well. And when it comes to the sports book, in regards to the sports book, for a reason, right? So, and we know that. Now, moving forward, now those are the things you should definitely keep in the back of your mind and implement as soon as you get out there, right? Prior to you even starting to decide what you're going to do, how you're going to do it. These are some of the things that you already want to have in the back of your mind, okay? Now, some of the rules of thumb that you definitely want to apply as well. And it definitely sounds way easier than it actually is, and I can tell you guys from experience. But it's very, very important, to lock up profitable days, right? And especially on day one. That is probably, the most important thing. If you're in Atlantic City, you're in Vegas, you're in these casinos, sports books, whatever the case may be, it's very, very important. Not only to the entire trip or the overall goal, but just for your confidence and self-esteem, to lock up a profitable day one, right? Very, very important. So you always want to keep that in the back of your mind. And this is exactly why I decided to go out there on the day I did, because I had a strategy of what day I wanted to start this whole experiment, which was April 24th, specifically. So again, didn't go out there with blinders on, went out there and planned it out exactly from day one. And a profitable day one is a key, and it's very, very paramount to the overall success of the trip. But in many cases, not only is day one important, but the last day of your trip in some cases is just as important as well. So, very, very important things to keep in mind. The first day and your last day, very, very key. And to recognize these things is is very crucial to your success or the overall success of the trip. Knowing this and realizing this, understanding this, very, very important, right? Okay, so boom, cool. Now, the reason why I decided to do what I did, which was, go out there on April 24th, was because obviously I'm studying very, very hard. I'm working extremely hard behind the scenes. I do every single day, even though I may not be putting out specific content for my Patreon, right? But I'm still working hard every single day. And the people who've been with me for a long time, my veterans, my sharks, they know exactly, they know that, right? So what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you guys. Sorry, hold on one second. I'm going to share my screen so I can show you exactly what it is we were doing. So I got there on, let me see, hold on. Yeah, so I got there on April 24th, right? And the reason why I decided to go there on April 24th was specifically for, these two games. These are the games that I definitely wanted to attack. And I felt like that April 24th was the best day to start this experiment. Now, the only downside to this is obviously these money lines were a little bit beyond my range of comfortability when it comes to, just a high level favorite that they actually were, which is why I decided to start it off by parlaying these games, right? So this was April 24th. I got there bright and early. I was able to put these games in. I believe these games started around 1 o'clock. And I decided to parlay the Tampa Bay Rays to defeat the Boston Red Sox, as well as the New York Yankees to defeat the Cleveland Guardians, right? And anybody who's familiar with a parlay, you should be familiar with those odds and stuff like that. And obviously, I can't show you guys the amounts or the numbers and stuff like that. And you guys should be smart enough to know exactly why these numbers are going to continue to be covered in all the images that I'm showing you. But you should be smart enough to realize why that is the way it is. And if you're not, shame upon you and shame on yourself. But if you know, you know, and they're definitely covered for a reason. But yeah, I put up on here just to let people know, like, this was 1 or 2 days after I had already done it. Just letting people know. For those wondering, why I haven't made any content recently, fear not. I'm enjoying some some recreation and relaxation, but I'm still continuing to show how accurate and consistent GEMATRIA is when used correctly. So this is actually my betting tickets from that day in Atlantic City. And again, Yankees and Tampa Bay Rays, super, super solid. They obviously they came through, and this was a nice payout, right? And to me, I would have actually waited. Out of those two games, I definitely loved the Tampa Bay Rays game a little bit more, mainly because of the price, and I felt like the Ritter was just as strong. So, and this honestly is right on the threshold because we like to stay, below minus 165. But I felt like the $10 wasn't really going to be that significant. And again, I didn't know if the price was going to go down or whatever the case may be. So I jumped on Tampa Bay Rays minus 175, and this was the main play of the day. This was the game that I decided to attack. This was basically the whole reason why I decided to start this experiment on April 24th. This was the game. And obviously, you guys can go back and check. The Tampa Bay Rays was successful in defeating the Boston Red Sox that day. And not only that, they fell behind 2-0, which created an additional price for me to jump on the Tampa Bay Rays at plus 150, in some cases plus 160, to come back and win the game, right? So overall, this was a super, super amazing day. For those of you that are not, veterans of the community or people that have been here for a long time, following me and know exactly how I decide to attack these games. I usually attack one play a day. And as I said, this was the play. So these are the two main tickets that I decided to do. But obviously, as I'm letting you guys know, there was a super advantageous plus money opportunity for the Tampa Bay Rays, which I also decided to jump on, which just started out my experiment in a great way. super up, already bringing some profit home. And after this game, we definitely decided to, hit the sidelines and lock up a profitable day, and be finish out the day perfect, and just conclude uh, an amazing start to the overall experiment. Right, Gematria reigned supreme, and we had a great day one in Atlantic City. And these are just the tickets, so you guys are able to see, um, and review kind of as I'm going through it, my mindset. And as I said, I had an overall plan of why I decided to go out there the first day and then carry it on. So this was day one, right? Overall, total of 3 bets. Tampa Bay Rays money line prior to the game starting. 2-team parlay, the Tampa Bay Rays and New York Yankees, as well as an in-game live bet of the Tampa Bay Rays at about plus 150, right? So remain very, very disciplined. And as we said, we concluded the night after that game, kicked our feet up, enjoyed our profit. And as we said, Gematria, as we say on this channel, Gematria at its finest. It is easy as 1, 2, 3, right? So if you're in here, click that like button. If you're appreciating the content so far, please click that like button, and also let us know you're in the building. Drop a comment, where you're from, if you're a member already, what your experience has been so far, whatever the case may be. All right, let's get some comments going in here so people know exactly how valid and legit this is. I know people are watching and sharing it, but we just want some feedback as well, right? So this was the conclusion of April 24th, right? I was feeling great. The mindset is good. I'm putting some stuff on Instagram. I'm getting some feedback from other members of the community, right? We're talking. So I decided to conclude the night with a gym session, right? Ended off strong with a gym session. After that, get some nice dinner in, and call it a night, right? Take myself up to the room and get ready for day 2, right? Remain very, very disciplined, in spite of me being out there by myself. But still, at that point, we had a goal. This experiment was very, very important to me, and I felt like it would be great example, or if not example, it would be something that we could review and look back on what went wrong if it didn't in fact go wrong. But thankfully, it did not. So day 1 was a great success. A salute to the sports book, for taking care of us. So on that note, right, we'll keep it moving. And that was day 1, very, very important. And let's see. And members, obviously, we got some feedback as well. So if you've been a member of this community for a while, you become very, very familiar with just the way I break down games, the way I decode, and what I'm looking for. These same games were something that stuck out tremendously to just people that have been here for a really, really long time. So in spite of me not even putting these games up on my platform, many, many members of the community sent their tickets in just to let me know, and thanking me for the continued work that I do, and the fact that they've been able to put themselves in a position to actually apply the work even in my absence, right? So salute to those members. You guys know who you are. And yeah, congratulations on a great April 24th, right? So, and again, one thing, we'll go back to the rules, right? So we kind of gave you guys the 2 rules to kind of start the whole, to start your whole trip, what you want to know, and pretty much your mindset you want to have going into it. But now we'll start talking about other things that you should also keep in mind. And one of them that I speak about all the time, and I actually practice it, on my platform and in my life, is realizing that not every single day has to be a betting day, right? You should never put yourself in a position where you're forced to make a bet. And also, not every day is going to be, a great opportunity for you to make a solid amount of profit. So realizing that and knowing that is very, very important and crucial, to the overall goal or your overall success in this specific profession. It is not easy to maintain not just discipline, but solid enough consistency to be profitable over an extended period of time. We've seen so many people, just get corrupted or put themselves in a bad spot. There's several other quote unquote gematria decoders who struggle, just to get consistent wins. And again, they have the knowledge of knowing basic gematria as well as the calculator, which basically does the work for you. And we've seen time and time again the difference between certain individuals, right? A lot of people still continue to struggle, still continue to not have profitable months or profitable weeks or profitable years, and it's sad in some cases, but you get what you put out of this, right? I put in a lot of work every single day. I pretty much sleep, eat, live, and breathe gematria. It's implemented in every aspect of my life, so it kind of comes as a second nature. But yeah, man. Again, just because you have this knowledge, it does not put you, in the driver's seat, so to speak, on the road to fortune and fame, right? You have to continue to put the work in. There's been a lot of experience that I've gained over these last several years that are, really, really important, right? And we actually have a donation from K Merv. Says, when the guru speaks, you listen. I appreciate you, brother. Salute to you. I already know. You already know. Hold it down. Hold it down. So cheers. But yeah, man. Uh, as I was saying, these tools, they're very, very vital, and they are cheat codes. But again, just like with anything, it can kind of go left really, really quickly, right? So again, that's why I preach positivity. I always remain even keel and balanced, right? I even give people some overall advice outside of sports handicapping, because I know how volatile this specific business or profession can be for people, right? It's incredibly stressful. Obviously, whenever you're dealing with finances and money, it just makes it even that much more difficult, and adds different levels of difficulty and degrees. So yeah, man, I always keep that in the back of my mind. But again, the work that we continue to put in, and we're breaking records even with this this experiment that we were able to do. We're breaking another record, man. This stuff hasn't been done before. I've never seen this type of content on this platform, and it's just it's really, really, I'm excited about what the future has, because we continue to bring like new content and fresh ideas. So yeah, man, that was pretty much day one. And again, went upstairs, decided to call it a night. So now we'll get into what happened on the next day, right? But again, we started off by saying and understanding that not every single day is a betting day, right? You have to know the difference. So let's check out day two. So this was obviously April 24th. This is what I decided to do on April 24th. Now, moving a little bit ahead, April 25th, we highlighted and attacked these two specific games, right? So as you guys can see in the ticket, April 25th, this is the action that was placed. You guys can see the date right there, but mainly focusing around the Philadelphia Phillies to defeat the Colorado Rockies, as well as the Los Angeles Angels to defeat the Cleveland Guardians, right? Started off with a two-leg parlay with the action, and obviously we were successful, right? The Los Angeles Angels took care of business, as well did the Philadelphia Phillies. And so it continued our run of good fortune, and deciding to attack the correct games with the best riddles, in my opinion, right? And this is what it was. So just like I did with the first day, where we parlayed, the main pick, which was the Tampa Bay Rays, with the New York Yankees, because the Yankees were a little bit more of a high money line, right? And again, we always keep in mind the amount of risk to the reward coming back. And we've never, ever recommended a minus 200 game. So I thought it made zero sense for me during this experiment to be betting, a minus 200 game at that point, at least in the beginning of the experiment, right? So we parlayed that, which gave us way better odds. But again, the parlay was centered around the main play of the day, which was the Tampa Bay Rays. Now the same thing with day two. Day two, the main play that I decided to attack was the Philadelphia Phillies. As you guys can see, the straight play was put on the Philadelphia Phillies money line to defeat the Colorado Rockies. This was the main play of what I decided to do on April 25th. And the parlay was centered around this play as well, right? So, without the Philadelphia Phillies, people may say, well, you put all your chickens in one basket. Actually, no, we did not, right? There's a lot of research put into this. There's a lot of line evaluation. There's so many things, but we love this game, right? And obviously, the Philadelphia Phillies took care of business. And I'll just show you guys that right now because obviously you're taking my word for it. But let's just get the results so you guys can actually see. So April 24th, we'll just go back to it. This was Sunday, so you guys can see. Well, April 24th, all right? Obviously, the Rays took care of business defeating the Boston Red Sox 5-2, which is what we had, as well as the New York Yankees defeating the Cleveland Guardians, right? Those were the two plays, mainly the Rays, though. Then we take it to Monday, the second day of the trip, and the main play of what we decided to attack was the Philadelphia Phillies. And as you guys can see, they defeated the Colorado Rockies. Hold on, let me see. Are you guys seeing this? Or hold on, let me see. Let me check. Okay, so you guys are still centered on the ticket. I got you. Let's see if I can show you guys the results. Okay. Share it one more time. Give me a second. Share screen. Chrome tab. Let's see. Okay, boom. So here we go. April 25th, Philadelphia Phillies defeated the Colorado Rockies 8-2, which was the main play of the day. But we also paired that with the Los Angeles Angels to defeat the Cleveland Guardians, which, as you guys can see, and I'm highlighting, they did. They beat the Guardians 3-0, right? So at the conclusion of this game, because what we did was the Philadelphia Phillies was an earlier game, and obviously that was my straight bet as well. So it put us in a great position heading into the later game, which was the Los Angeles Angels on the West Coast. And once that game concluded, it was pretty much, the end of the evening. It was closer to like 11 o'clock, I believe, or 11:30. Right at the end of the day, the conclusion of our night. And again, we continued our run of good fortune, put two bets in, and both of them were successful. And we ended the night, hitting a two-team parlay just to, put the cherry on top, right? So again, the same thing we did for day one, we did for day two. One main play with the parlay, same thing on day two. One main play with the parlay, and while also doing a live bet on day one as well. But 5 bets, cleared the board 100% going into day three, right? So this is Monday, April 25th, and obviously things are going great for us, right? So if you in here, I would appreciate if you guys could click that like button. I would very, very much appreciate it. And yeah, man, we'll get into exactly everything else that we decided to do or whatever the case may be. So on 425, that was 425. Let me just show you guys the screen, right? So on 425, that's what we decided to do. Now we're going into 426, right? And I just spoke to you guys about understanding that not every single day is an actual betting day, right? You decide how to attack, when to attack, blah, 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 blah. And that's kind of what I want to speak about going into day three. Now, day three, April 26th, obviously there's things going on. Sport, games all across different sports, basketball, MLB, hockey, blah, 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 so on and so forth, right? We've already had 2 great days, incredible days, impeccable, remarkable, 100% across the board. We put 5 bets in. We won every single bet. We're definitely in the driver's seat right now at this point during this whole experiment. And, we're feeling great. So April 26th, in my opinion, was the perfect day to not bet anything, right? I wasn't in love with anything. I didn't like any of the games. That's not something that I felt comfortable with aggressively attacking while at the same time remaining responsible. So what I decided to do was make day 3 the day I recharge, right? I basically take care of myself. The last 2 days, I've been extremely stressed. Obviously, we had a bunch, big portion of the bankroll that we were putting out there for this whole experiment. It was extremely stressful. A lot of things going on. It was a lot of focus. So you're using a lot of brain power. Getting headaches, looking at numbers all day, and everything like that. So on day 3, I decided to take it upon myself. Wake up early, right? We'll get in the gym. We'll do a quick workout. Get some cardio going, right? Get a great breakfast. Get some energy and build. Get ready for the day. And at that point, I had been telling myself for a really, really long time, and my wife, when she watches this, she's actually gonna laugh because she knows I talk about this all the time. I've been talking about getting a massage for like the longest time, like 3-4 years, right? My job is extremely stressful, but I really don't really have no time. So I took it upon myself to use some of the amenities of the actual hotel and casino, as well as because of the action that I'm laying and all the things that I'm doing, I'm actually, acquiring some what they call tier points or reward points, right? So I took it upon myself to use them on a massage. So on day 3, we start out with a gym session, great breakfast, get some cardio in. In the afternoon, we decide to have a massage, right? Find some balance with the mind and the body, right? We also hit the sauna for about 45 minutes to an hour, right? Decompress, relax, no phone, no nothing. Just be yourself in a room with some heat. Basically, you guys should be familiar with what a sauna is, but at the same time, yeah, just recuperating, and getting my mind and my body right. So after the massage, obviously, we're feeling great. The trip is still going incredibly. We decide to go upstairs, take a shower, right? Put on some clothes, and there's a lot of other things outside of the casino. So it was a nice day. Decided to just take a walk and see what the rest of the strip, the Atlantic City Strip had to offer. Right, there was some things, some stores around, blah 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 blah. And obviously, I have a family. I have a wife. I have nieces. I have a nephew, and stuff like that. So I decided to take it upon myself to see if there was anything, I could pick up, just take my mind off of, the stress of betting games and all that other stuff. And that's exactly what I did. So that's how I spent day 3, right? There was 0 sports involved. I didn't check the games. I didn't care what the results were. I actually didn't look at sports all day on day 3. So, and that's what I mean when I say not every day has to be a betting day. This is a prime example of it. We did nothing on April 26th. Absolute 0. Heading into April 27th now, because of the fact that we didn't do anything on April 26th, now it doesn't put me in a position where my back is against the wall, where I feel like I have to, necessarily attack on April 27th. We let the schedule speak to us, right? We don't control the games that are that are scheduled for the slate. So we're at the mercy of the schedule every single day. But and that's something to always know as well. But if there's not a good game out there, we're perfectly okay. We're not taking any games. So April 27th comes, and let me see if I can show this. We'll get into it. Damn. So I can't show this, huh? Okay, hold on. Let me share the screen once again. Sorry, guys. It's actually annoying. Okay, cool. So this is April 27th right here. So you'll see kind of an overall theme where, we have like the main play, and then we do other things as well. But as you guys can see, what I have here is April 27th. We have a betting ticket of the Philadelphia Phillies money line, the New York Yankees money line, as well as the Los Angeles Kings money line, right? So this was a 3-leg parlay. You guys can see my fingers in the in the picture as well. But it's a 3-leg parlay, which gives us a little bit better odds than way better odds than a 2-team parlay. But obviously, these were three games that we are definitely in love with. And as you guys can see, the Philadelphia Phillies and the New York Yankees, their money line was just really high. So this wasn't a game that we were comfortable attacking individually, right? So as you know, at least at that price. Um, so we have the 310, 335, and minus 150. Obviously, you guys, you know, this ticket was 100% successful. The Yankees took care of business, the Kings took care of business, and the Phillies took care of business. I'll just show you guys right now that outcome, so you guys can check it out for yourself. But yeah, that's the ticket right there. Let me see. Share the screen. Stop the screen. It's annoying that I gotta go in and out of this, but it's fine. So yeah, let's check it out right now. You have the 25th. Let's go to the 27th. I'll show you guys these games. Okay, so let's check it out. We have the Philadelphia Phillies defeating the Colorado Rockies 7-3. And then we have the New York Yankees who defeated the Baltimore Orioles 5-2, right? So the two baseball games came through with the large money lines, which was fine because we parlayed them in a three-teamer, which was, you know, still brought back a solid price. And right now we'll check the hockey game that we had decided to attack on Wednesday, and we'll see that result as well. But I'm pretty sure because I cashed the ticket. So yeah, the Los Angeles Kings defeated the Seattle Kraken 5-3 right here, highlighting this game. Right, so that ticket was 100% successful, and yeah. So again, we're continuing a solid day. Started it off with a nice three-team parlay, and that was really incredible. But as we've done on the previous 2 days that I've shown you guys, there's been a parlay, and then there's been main games that we decided to attack as well. So let's get into that. So yeah, this was the parlay, and then obviously we caught a little bit of a better price on the New York Yankees of minus 240. And this was a unique situation, right? Because I never normally attack a game like this. But again, I don't normally attack a game like this, and I would never ever recommend this game, which is why you guys didn't see this game on my Patreon. But because of the riddle and my experience with these specific numbers, I was very comfortable attacking this game straight 100%. So that's exactly what I tried. That's exactly what I decided to do. The New York Yankees minus 240. We got a little bit of a better price, and we decided to jump all over it. And as I've shown you guys, the Yankees were successful in defeating the Baltimore Orioles 5-2. So 427. We got 2 tickets so far, a parlay and a straight bet, 100% successful. Right. Another game we decided to attack that was within that parlay was the Los Angeles Kings, right? So we love the New York Yankees riddle as well as the Los Angeles Kings riddle. And the reason why we were able to do both of these bets, right, is because the New York Yankees game was earlier in the day. So by the time that the Los Angeles Kings game started at, I believe, 10 p.m. Eastern, because it's on the West Coast, we were perfectly comfortable with attacking another straight bet because we were already in a position to, no matter what the outcome of this game was going to be, we were going to lock up a profitable day. So we were 100% comfortable with attacking the Los Angeles Kings. And as I showed you guys already, they defeated the Seattle Kraken 5-3. So again, the third bet of the day, 100% on the day, and still continuing an amazing run of good fortune, and so on and so forth, right? Now, something else we decided to do on that day was, because it was an actual experiment, I decided to experiment with this specific play. Now, I never attack overs or unders, ever. A lot of people do, but I never do that. But what I did observe in this game was the significance of the number 15, right? So at a certain point in the game, I believe the Mets versus the St. Louis Cardinals, they had like 14 runs in the game. At some point, I believe it was around like the 7th inning or something like that. Boom. So there was an in-game live opportunity to jump on the under for this game of under 15.5 runs for the entirety of the game. Now, the reason why I loved under 15 runs, under 15.5 runs, was a couple of different reasons, but mainly because of the significance with the number 15 and St. Louis, right? So this game, obviously, St. Louis equals 47, which is the 15th prime number, right? The game started 15 minutes after the hour at 1:15. Um, and I just felt comfortable with putting, obviously, you guys can see the confidence level because I put two separate tickets in, taking the under at under 15 and a half at minus 130. Two separate tickets. And again, there's reasons for that as well. You definitely want to stay below the radar. And that was the reasons why I decided to do two separate tickets. But for anybody that doesn't know the outcome of that game, St. Louis won that game 10-5. So they stayed under the 15 and a half runs. And this was an under over bet, which I don't normally do, but because of the way the overall day was going, I was in a great position. I could try, something new. And that's exactly what I decided to do, was just try the under and see what happens, right? So that's exactly what I did. And it was successful, and I'm grateful for it. Even though it was an early game, it's just something that I really really liked, and I was willing to take a risk on it. And thankfully, the Cardinals concluded the game 10-5, which is 15 runs, so they stayed under the 15 and a half. And the Cardinals had 15 hits for the entirety of the game. So just to let just to further support and reiterate how important the number 15 is with St. Louis, they finished the game with 15 hits. So, we were thankfully successful with that as well. And, that was a big conclusion to to April 27th. And let me just check that. I believe it was 5 bets, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I'm sorry. I also I also took another under, which was the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Arizona Diamondbacks. This was a live bet as well. It was under 4.5. It was a straight bet that I decided to attack, and thankfully, I believe the Arizona Diamondbacks, they defeated the Los Angeles Dodgers on this night 3-1. And this ticket was specifically under 4.5. So that obviously they won 3-1, total of 4 runs, which means this ticket was 100% successful. So we got 1, we got 2, 3, we got 4, we got 5, 6 bets on April 27th. By far the highest level of activity that we had on this trip so far. And, thankfully, God willing, and I say this very, very humbly, and I'm very, very appreciative of the outcomes of these games. But to remain successful on 3 consecutive days, especially during an experiment and having so much pressure on myself, because I know how important GEMATRIA is, so stressful. But again, at the conclusion of this day, the feeling that I had, it could not even be explained. Like, I was literally on cloud fucking 30. I was on cloud 33, right? Because I'm from New York, so I guess I'll say 33. I was on cloud 33. I was literally that high. I was feeling great. We had a very, very, active day. The first 2 days, we literally put 2 tickets in, or 3 tickets, and we jumped all the way up to, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tickets on April 27th. So we doubled. We pretty much did it on April 27th what we did the entire time on the first 2 days, on the first 3 days. So yeah, it was a very, very active day, but thankfully it went 100% according to plan. And again, we loved it, we appreciated it, and it's just I just got to chalk it up and let the results speak for themselves and the work speak for itself, man. It was really, really incredible to see some of these outcomes play out the way that they did, and especially nearing the tail end of the trip, it was very, very, even though I was actually doing it, I was still like inspiring myself. That's that's how legendary it was at that point. And yeah, man, it cannot be, it shouldn't be underestimated or underappreciated or undervalued. Just the stuff that we're doing, man. It really, really is next level. And again, these are the exact tickets, and what you guys should see that the overall theme it's for most of the trip, the bets are focused around one or two plays, right? Obviously, even on April 27th, where we had a bunch of action, besides the under overs, we mainly focused obviously on the main plays, and then we had a parlay as well. So all these tickets are focused around the same thing, right? An overall theme, an overall game, specific games of attacks and stuff like that. So we stayed within our strategy and discipline to the games that we wanted to attack, and we never ever deviated from from what we wanted to do. And I'm very very I wouldn't say surprised, because I most of the time I do remain disciplined, but to be in that environment and have so much going on, and obviously there's so much temptation and stuff like that in regards to to the table games, to the liquor, to other things. It is. I'm very very happy to say that I definitely did remain 100% focused on what I wanted to do. So yeah, man, April 27th was just a great day, and I'm very, very thankful for the outcome. That's all I can say. So salute and thank you guys very, very much. Um, so yeah, there were things that I looked for when it came to these over unders, right? And again, it was something that I wanted to experiment. So and I'll get into it more with in regards to my community, and basically just sharing my experience and what I learned with them from this specific trip. But yeah, so it was definitely cool to hit some of these over unders after staying away from them for years upon years upon years, and actually writing them off in some cases, So so salute. Okay, so boom. Now on April 28th, right? April 28th was pretty much going to be the last day that I was out there in Atlantic City. Thankfully, we've had such a great trip so far at this point, and we actually remained 100% on this trip, which is actually so insane and unbelievable. But when it came to April 28th, because of the fact that that what we've done so far up into this trip, and I realized like how legendary it was, and what type of record it was in regards to itself, and what I had actually done. I didn't even want to ruin it. I didn't even want to put a smudge on the record. I didn't even want to take any value away from what I was able to do during the entirety of the trip. So on April 28th, I decided to pretty much chalk up the experiment. Right, we already had 4 days out there of actually using and applying gematria to bet these games, and show people that you can actually implement it, apply it, bet these games, and be a winner, as I'm showing you guys right now. And on April 28th, I took it upon myself to enjoy some R&R. We woke up, obviously early gym session, right? Very very important. Got a great breakfast, and decided that day I was gonna take it upon myself and enjoy the day, and do something that has been like a hobby of mine going on about 15 years now, which is playing poker. So that's exactly what I decided to do on April 28th. Use it as a poker day, kind of decompress, get some conversation in with some fellow poker players, talk about the average thing, or the whatever it is, shoot the shit, blase blase blah. But yeah, just get some poker hours in, some poker hands in. If you guys weren't following me on Instagram, there was a lot of interesting things that I was posting up on there on stories and stuff like that. And we tried our hand at blackjack as well. And if you're not familiar, the link for my Instagram is in the bio right now of this video, as well as every other video on my channel. So you can come on over there and just share in some of the experiences that we had, some of the videos and some of the pictures that I took, and so on and so forth. This actual trip, definitely legendary, for not only for myself but for the community. Sure, I gained a bunch of very very priceless experience, in regards to betting, in regards to attacking games live and stuff like that. So yeah, not to mention it was insanely profitable, but it definitely there were things that you can't even put a price tag on when it comes to just what I took away from this trip and the overall outcome. And I'm super glad and excited about how positive this experience was. I was in such a good position, and thankfully I had a friend of mine join me midway through the trip, fellow poker player as well. Don't want to give his name out or whatever because privacy and stuff like that. But a fellow poker player, a fellow betting savant, and we just enjoyed the rest of the trip, getting some poker hours in, some poker hands, some sessions, and that's how I decided to end my trip on April 28th. So we were out there from April 24th. So that's 24th, the 24th, the 25th, the 26th, the 27th, and the 28th. A total of 5 days. Out of those 5 days, we bet 3 days out of those 5 days, with a total of 12 bets throughout 3 days. 12 bets, 12 winners, including 2 over-unders, which I'm very proud of. Okay? As well as some winning poker as well. So the outcome of the trip was 100% incredible, amazing, magnificent, marvelous, remarkable, whatever type of word you want to put there. Legendary. Just make sure you finish it with legendary. And also, we took it upon ourselves to build up the body as well. Doing this work every single day, it takes a lot of as I can say, how can I say this? It takes its toll on not just your mind, but your body as well. So finding that balance and working out or eating right or whatever the case may be, I feel like is the next level, of progression and development. I've started to implement that more in my daily life, and promote it as well on my social networks, my Twitter. So people are going to start seeing that as well, because I feel like that is very important. And I see the results, and I see how beneficial it can be, to my specific profession, at least, the way, my business, the business that I'm in, it might not be right for everybody, but, I feel like it is important. And, the entirety of the trip, man, to remain flawless out there and perfect. I know it sounds pretty unbelievable and far-fetched, but it's not something that we haven't done before. You can go through my content, you can go through my Patreon, years and years of results, and you'll see similar things, man. In 2022, the entire month of February, we did not lose one game. So being able to be out in Atlantic City for a couple of days and not lose one bet, it didn't surprise me, but I was definitely very happy about it, because I did put a lot of pressure on myself when I was putting this whole project together. I did it by myself, and I'm extremely happy with the results. So hopefully this content, this video, and just the way I explained it, the mindset, some of the strategies that I applied, you guys are able to understand it, and reverse engineer it, and gain something from it, get something from it, learn something. And that is the overall goal of why I decided to put this video together. I'm not on here to, inflate my ego, pound my chest, or, promote myself. It's more about the promotion of the work, GEMATRIA itself. But you definitely have to be very cautious of the individual that you support, because, not all decoders are created equal. We prove on a very daily basis and consistent basis that there are 100% levels to this game, and using this with knowledge, and it is not created equal. You know what I'm saying? So I do want to say, in closing of just speaking about this overall trip, I just appreciate the support from my community. Midway through the trip, I informed them and let them know exactly what was going on, and I got a bunch of positivity and well wishes and productive messages back from people, letting me know how much they support me, how excited they are about hearing how the trip went, and just an influx of tickets upon tickets upon winning tickets, and people still giving me credit just for the work that I'm doing, and saying, I've been able to teach them, and they're applying it even on days, in my absence, on days that I'm putting projects together or putting content together, or taking off. They're still thanking me for the continued work that I do, and how I've been able to impact their lives and change their lives. And this isn't the norm for every community. I want people to understand, the uniqueness of the experience that my members and this community has had since its inception. Thankfully, we've been in a great position. We put a lot of work in and shit like that, and it's produced amazing, miraculous results, and they speak for themselves. But again, this isn't the normal for every community, so it really needs to be highlighted, promoted, shared. The work needs to continue to get out, and that way I'm able to do more projects like this. Nobody's ever decided to take it upon themselves and be like, yo, you know what? I'm going to make a video. I'm going to document my experience of actually betting these games in person, 100%, produce the betting tickets, the entirety of the trip. I'm posting on Instagram, I'm posting Twitter, I'm posting pictures, I'm answering messages and DMs and all this other stuff. So people who are in touch and in tune, they know exactly that this entire experience is 100% legit. I stand on that. You know what I'm saying? We keep it 100 at all times, and we definitely are calling out all bullshit, all across the board. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck if you operate under the Gematria cape or hat, or you're a member of this community. We're calling out all bullshit, all frauds, all deception, everything, all nonsense. We got zero tolerance for bozos, clowns, goofies, or trolls. Zero tolerance, and it's still blocking season all the time. So yeah, man. I just want to say, in conclusion to this trip, I'm 100% thankful. I'm very, very humbled by the results. I'm very, very happy, because you know what this means. This means that in the future, when I do inform the community about these future experiments and future trips, we're going to be able to come together as a unit and really, really do this on a bigger scale. That's the most exciting thing that I took away from this trip. It's just how I'm going to be able to impact the community even more and on a bigger scale, right? So on that note, yeah, cheers, congratulations, and big salutes, and a big tap and slap on my back. For those of you not familiar, my name is Mr. Futures, but my real name is Victor. I've been a member of this community for years upon years upon years. I've been doing my own work independently from anybody else from the very first day. I called into Zach's show when he first started doing the Patreon show. I called into his show for, I believe, every single day for 2 years straight, right? That's how important the work was to me. That's how much it impacted my life immediately. And, I was immediately a valued member of the community, right? And, not all members are created equal. So on that note, I put a lot of work in to get, the credibility that I have now. I appreciate it. I appreciate the members, because it all started with one follower from the very beginning. And, we've had a lot of followers for a good amount of time, people that have been here supporting me. And again, we're going to continue to push forward, grow the community, grow every aspect of it, and, try to continue to do what we've been doing. And, it will take it day by day. Again, I don't want somebody to see this video and just automatically say, Victor, he's never ever gonna lose a game ever in the history of games. That is not true. I've lost games. Losses do happen, right? So you need to be able to sustain, some losses, because it's not 100%, right? I'm still learning and applying and realizing different things every single day. My techniques and my strategies continue to be a work in progress, in spite of how profitable they've been and how consistent they've been, and how amazing the win rate has been. They continue to be a work in progress because I'm not satisfied on any level, and you know, there's always going to be haters. There's always going to be people that are going to try to discredit the work and talk down on us, but it continues to go down. Uh, you know, the number of those people continues to get smaller and smaller every single day because of the work that we're doing, right? They're not able to say pretty much nothing because of what we're doing. So, yeah, it's really, it's really, really. So man, I just lose the word to say of what it actually means to me. But just to say, it's very very important, man. And on that note, I'm gonna tap in with the community before I get up out of here. Let me just stop sharing. So Daria, I see you. I want to thank you for always stopping in. Ida, thank you as well for keeping these people in check. P. Perez, constant member of the community, always dropping in. iBody Q for the juice as well. Thank you. K Merv, thanks again for the super chat. Perez said, I made that same parlay on Sunday. Great minds think alike, brother. Salute to you and congratulations. Lamonte, thank you for stopping in. Yes, definitely. I will be letting people know about my next visit out there to Atlantic City, and hopefully we can get members of the community together, whoever lives in that vicinity of the East Coast, and maybe do a meetup or whatever the case may be. You guys let me know what you think about that. JP says, let's see. JP says, Victor, you are the best decoder and sees through the double codes. I appreciate that, sir. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, man. D-Land, thank you for stopping in, man. Always appreciate the feedback. Very, 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 very thankful for you, brother. Thank you very much. Let's see. Thank you, Tyson, for stopping in. Appreciate you. Mac conveniently says, "Oh, I was about to ask if you play poker. Big salute." Yes, definitely. Definitely a big poker player. I've been playing for 15 years. A profitable poker player as well. Definitely, 100%. Shy Divine, thank you for stopping in and showing us some love. Appreciate that as well. C. Jones says, "Hell of a strategy. Salute to you, sir." Thank you very much. Jody says, "Zach, only other Patreon I'm a member of. You were well worth the $50, bro." Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that very, very much. John Nunez stopping in and says he's hands down the best. Salute, and I appreciate you, sir. Max said, "Glad you had fun, fam. You were able to represent the work." Yes, that was the very, very most important thing, as well as having a successful trip, a profitable trip, a productive trip, as well as a safe trip, right? I'm very, very happy to be able to come home. And thankfully everything went down without a hitch. And again, I definitely am I would say a praying person as well. I believe in a higher power. So I definitely give it up. So yeah, salute and pause on that. But yeah, I definitely believe in a higher energy, and that's why I put out the exact energy that I want to return, right? I put out a great energy. I want that great energy in return. So definitely cheers to you, sir. He the GOAT on the sports. He overtook my ninja Zach. Cheers to you, brother. I'm always well appreciative of the brother Zach. And I'm actually really looking forward to collaborating with him on some things in the future. He's actually the only other person I feel very recommending as well. And people may say, they'll be like, why do you, you guys you promote each other, like Zach promotes you, you promote Zach back, blah, 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 blah. But again, I realize the responsibility that comes with recommending somebody. To me, Zach's work is, I'm confident in recommending that, just like he's confident in recommending me. But again, I can't say that for anybody else in the community. That's just my opinion. It is what it is. I take that responsibility very, very important. So very, very serious. Mr. Soul, thank you for stopping in, brother. Salute. I see you. For those of you not familiar, this is the #1 sneaker retailer on the East Coast. For those of you not familiar, tap in with Mr. Soul, this name right here on Instagram, mr.sole. Very, very hardworking individual, and definitely could get his hands on any type of sneaker apparel that you need. I've been dealing with the brother for a very, very long time now. Never let me down. So salute to you, sir. Cheers, man. Definitely. Jody says, yeah, he's outdone the master. Zach, I like to think that, because Zach's done some really, really incredible things over the time period that he's been in. He's been here a much, much longer time than I have, probably double, if not more than double. And he's done some really, really incredible things, that speak for themselves. And I just like to think that I've done things myself that set me apart from like anybody, but not in comparison to Zach. Actually, because Zach's works, like I said, Zach's work speaks for itself. But I've just made my own stamp. I've stamped my own footprint in this community. I like to say that. That is 100% true. So salute to Zach, definitely. Salute to the brother. Salute to see. I love seeing these type of comments between him and Zach. I'm up over 300K. I just bought my first 100K house off of this. Salute to you, brother. This is why I need to highlight these type of comments, because this is just inspiring to the entire community, right? Just bought his first 100K house, man. Congratulations, sir. Very, very happy for you. I'm proud for you, and I wish you nothing but positivity and productivity in the future. And I hope things continue to go well for you. So cheers, man. My brother, Mr. Mabor says, in Vic we trust. Thank you very much. Zach a legend and Vic is the GOAT. Appreciate you guys. And yeah, man. I want to say thank you for everybody joining me. Hopefully you guys appreciated this episode of Flipping the Script series, episode number 2. Very, very unique, where myself, Victor, takes Gematria to Atlantic City. As you guys can see in the background right here, this is Atlantic City. So hopefully you guys learned something, you picked something up. On that note, the link for my my platform, my Patreon, is in the description for anybody who's already not a member and wants to get in tune with exactly what we're doing, man. Again, as I always say, I want to say shout out to not only my community, my members, my YouTube subscribers, everything. Thank you for the genuine support, but especially my support system in real life, my family, my wife, my I don't want to get too personal, but we'll just say my wife, my family, specifically my mom, my brother. I got a solid group of real friends around me. You guys know exactly who you are because I celebrate you guys all the time. We got a solid community that I'm very, very proud of, and it's very, very exclusive because of the fact that we've been so successful. I've been able to keep it exclusive, and we are on 100% blocking season at all times. You're a bozo, you're a troll, you're a degenerate, you're a goofy, you're a clown. We're getting you out of there. I don't care. It is what it is, bro. I'm not hungry for members, and you can take that shit somewhere else. So. But yeah, man, salute to everybody who really, really supports me, not only online but in real life. I see you and I acknowledge you. And hopefully, this video inspires people to take it to the next level. And for all testimonies, all people, just remember the hashtag flipping the script. If you want on Instagram or something like that, I'm constantly tapping in with that hashtag on Twitter as well, flipping the script sports. If you want me to see something. Or some feedback or some testimony from the community. Salute to you guys. I really, really appreciate you. And definitely once this video goes up, man, help us get this video out, man. Please repost the video, share the video. Matter of fact, next video that Zach does, you tell him to share this video too. Tell him to go on, get on up on my channel, share this video. Victor takes Gematria to Atlantic City, okay? Because next what we're doing is Victor takes Gematria to Las Vegas. That's the next one we're going to do. Or Victor and Zach take Gematria to Las Vegas. So start plugging that idea to Zach. Let him know. Tell him about it so that we want him to be in the next one. Victor and Zach or Zach and Victor, you know, since Zach is Zach is the OG. Zach and Victor take Gematria to Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, get on over there. Help us get this video out. We need this video to get up in the views, and we want new people to see it, and so on and so forth. So thank you guys. I'll see you guys next time. And I look forward to bringing you guys more and more exclusive. Oh, and again, as I conclude this, we got a big announcement coming on May 1st. May 1st, big announcement. Big video, big announcement. You guys are not going to want to miss that. That's in 2 days, May 1st, on this channel exclusively. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you guys are immediately notified when I go live. We got a big, big announcement for May 1st for this community. Again, we're doing things that have never been done, and that you don't want to miss this announcement. So salute, cheers. I'll see you guys next time. Tap in with me. Go on over to my Instagram. We're still trying to get up to 1K over there. So get on over to Instagram, request a follow. I'll approve it, and blah, 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 blah. So I'll see you guys real soon in the next video. Thank you guys for tapping in. Salute, congratulations. I'll see you guys next time. And remember, Gematria at its finest, easy as 1, 2, 3. Be very cautious of the people that you do choose to support. Pay attention to not only what they say, but how they act and what they do, and how they handle themselves, not only in victory, but in defeat. Very, very important. See you guys next time, man. Salute. Bow.